What if you don't quit? What if the problem was never a lack of talent, luck, or opportunity? What if everything actually started at the exact moment you thought about quitting? Most people leave the game too early not because they can't do it, but because fear, pain, and a lack of discipline speak louder than purpose. Maybe you've felt this before. You started something with energy, but lost momentum when the path became lonely. When validation didn't come. When effort felt invisible. When persistence started to hurt. The world doesn't warn you about this, but real growth demands sacrifice, self-discipline, and a mindset strong enough to keep going without guarantees. This isn't about temporary motivation. This is about action, execution, and full commitment all in. About choosing to continue when quitting feels easier. Because the real question isn't what if you fail, it's what if you don't quit. Nothing to lose, maximum power. When you hit rock bottom, something interesting happens. Fear starts to lose its grip. With no status to protect and no image to maintain, your mindset shifts and action feels lighter. That's when courage shows up, almost like a survival instinct. You realize the risk has already been paid. All that's left is execution. Strangely enough, that's where real freedom begins. The thought "I have nothing to lose" unlocks confidence and sharpens focus. You try things that once felt unreasonable. You send messages you would have never sent. You make offers you used to avoid. Discipline stops feeling like a burden and becomes a tool because your purpose is clearer. People in this state go all in, not out of impulse, but out of clarity. They understand that growth begins where comfort ends. While cautious people overthink, those with nothing to lose stack attempts. Every attempt creates learning. Every mistake builds resilience. It's a volume game. More action, more adjustments, more consistency. It's not talent. It's persistence applied with discipline. And without realizing it, you start building something bigger, not just results, but a legacy. Fear is the biggest blocker. Fear disguises itself as caution, but most of the time, it's just avoidance. Fear of failure. Fear of looking incompetent. Fear of losing status or approval. Fear freezes action, weakens confidence, and kills execution before it even starts. Hey, race the hard truth. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack the courage to truly jump. Faith without action isn't faith. It's intellectual comfort. When you act despite fear, you strengthen your mindset, activate discipline, and begin real growth. Action beats perfection. Waiting until you feel ready is a refined trap that fear loves to use. Perfectionism looks like a virtue, but in practice it paralyzes execution and sabotages consistency. People who wait for the perfect scenario rarely take action. Real learning comes from doing, failing, and adjusting along the way. Every mistake builds resilience, refines the mindset, creates real self-discipline. It's not about looking good. It's about doing and continuing. Persistence beats talent. Most people quit, right, when pain starts demanding commitment. That's where persistence creates the advantage because very few have the discipline to keep going without applause. Talent gets attention. Consistency delivers results. Those who stay in action while others stop build a quiet confidence and a stronger mindset. Success rarely comes fast, but it always rewards those who maintain focus, courage, and full commitment, all in even without validation. No one is really watching. Hey race, a liberating truth. People are far too busy with their own problems. That realization dissolves fear, strengthens confidence, and makes action lighter. When you stop chasing approval, your mindset shifts and creativity shows up. You execute with more courage, focus, and consistency because your commitment is now to your purpose, not other people's opinions. Discipline replaces motivation. Motivation is unstable. It disappears on hard days. It fails when pain shows up. Discipline doesn't depend on emotion. It sustains action even when motivation is zero. Discipline is routine. It's self-discipline applied to the basics every single day. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And that shapes your mindset, strengthens responsibility, and builds long-term results. Going 100 all in. Half commitment creates a half-lived life, and it charges a silent price. Extraordinary results demand full commitment, the courage to take risks, and the responsibility to stand by your decisions. There is no real freedom without sacrifice. It's always better to give everything and fail than to live with the question, what if? When you go all in, your mindset shifts. Execution gains power. Confidence grows alongside persistence. Loneliness is part of the path. The path to something exceptional is often lonely, and that confuses a lot of people. Loneliness isn't punishment. It's a sign that you stepped out of the average and took responsibility for your own life. Not everyone will understand your mindset. No one is coming to save you, and accepting that is freeing. When you embrace this truth, you build resilience, activate self-discipline, and keep moving forward even without company or applause. Radical responsibility. As long as you blame people, the past, or circumstances, you give away your power. Radical responsibility gives it back. It strengthens your mindset and eliminates the victim role. You realize the problem is you, and that's freedom. Because when you understand you're also the solution, action becomes clearer. Discipline, execution, and persistence now depend on your commitment, not external factors. Pain is inevitable, choose yours. Pain is part of the game, no matter the path. It's hard to try, fail, and keep going. But it's also hard to never try and live with regret. The difference is the type of sacrifice you choose. Growth hurts. Progress demands discipline and persistence. But staying stuck charges a daily price. When you choose the pain of action, you build resilience, strengthen confidence, and move forward. Discipline builds legacy. There is no extraordinary future without present sacrifice. Discipline collects its payment early in the silence of routine when no one is watching. That's where legacy begins. The future belongs to the disciplined, to those who maintain focus, consistency, and commitment even without guarantees. Every small daily execution reinforces the mindset and moves you closer to freedom. Human potential is far greater than we use. Most people operate at a fraction of what they're truly capable of. The mind creates limits to avoid pain, but those limits sabotage purpose and weaken action. Your body can handle more. Your mind can too. The real enemy is you versus you. When you strengthen your mindset, practice self-discipline, and persist long enough, you unlock an internal reserve of resilience, courage, and execution that very few ever reach. Now is the moment. There is no later. That's just fear buying time. Everything that builds the future happens now through immediate action and conscious execution. Waiting weakens focus. Change can only happen in the present. When you choose to act now, you strengthen your mindset, activate discipline, and create enough consistency for real transformation. A meaningful life requires inner confrontation. The greatest battles aren't external. They're internal. It's you versus fear, you versus doubt, you versus resistance to discomfort. Avoiding that confrontation weakens the mindset and delays growth. Real progress begins when you face pain head-on. When you choose that confrontation, you develop courage, build self-discipline, and move forward with greater purpose and confidence. Discipline is the bridge. Between what you dream of and what you have, there's an invisible bridge. That bridge isn't talent, luck, or motivation. It's discipline. Without it, purpose stays a wish. Discipline connects vision to execution, intention to action, dream to reality. There is no other sustainable path, only consistency, full commitment, and daily responsibility. Now the question is simple and direct. What are you going to do with all of this? You already know fear doesn't disappear. Pain is part of the process, and discipline is the price of freedom. The difference between those who build a legacy and those stuck in almost is daily action execution, even without motivation, and persistence when no one is watching. Look at your routine and be honest. Where's your focus lacking? Where have you avoided responsibility? Where have you not truly gone all in? Growth requires inner confrontation, the courage to choose the hard right, and the consistency to repeat the basics until they turn into results. If this message resonated with you, don't stop here. Keep investing in your mindset, strengthen your self-discipline, and choose every single day not to quit. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and follow the next contents as you continue evolving one conscious step at a time.